Last episode, a red assailant went to a local museum and stole a priceless artifact known as the astroscopic lens. In this episode, more information is gathered about who the assailant will be. This is the part where we review all the lore, and then we're gonna have a second part later where we round up all the lore from both episodes and make a new prediction of who we think that the main antagonist will be.
Passed her on the street and thought her nothing more than a blue-haired little old lady on her way to play bingo. Never cared for bingo myself. One little old lady screaming I could handle, but dozens of them? No thanks. Just the thought made my teeth itch.
That's right, ma'am. We're the Chaotix Detective Agency, and
Yes, good. I'm Edna Knackerworth. Pleased to meet you. You simply have to get my trophy back.
Trophy? Do you mean the astroscopic lens, ma'am?
Lens? No, trophy. I won it fair and square in a chow race some time ago. Then yesterday, that prissy little bat broke in and just took it without so much as a please or a thank you or an "I'll be stealing your trophy now, ma'am, if you don't mind." Looked me right in the eye before she flew away.
So with this being directly said, the thing that matters to this is the fact that Rouge says this when we actually catch up with her.
Doing rifling through our belongings? No, don't bother answering. I am hereby detaining you on suspicion of the theft of multiple astroscopic lenses.
Look, whoever's making off with your relics, it is most assuredly not yours truly.
No? Can you prove that?
Just as convincingly as you can prove I did do it. Which is to say, not at all. Listen, I heard about the thief trying to make people think I was the one responsible, and I am not here for it. So while you and the kid and Captain Gumshoe are out doing whatever it is you guys do, I'm going to find the culprit and show them the error of their ways. In fact, I planted that hawk feather to throw you guys off, so I'd have time to do some unbothered snooping. Not that you've got any evidence here of anything.
Chat, can we please just admit that if you leave a feather on the ground and there is an accusation that there are multiple assailants stealing more than one astroscopic lens, and astroscopic lens come up missing, but you have a feather that you literally explained that you planted there to throw people off their scent, aren't they just gonna assume that the next place that gets stolen from is going to have Jet the Huck doing it? And wouldn't Rouge want to figure out what information they know so they can combine all the information together and actually make it look as if she cares about the entire thing in general? Because let's be real here, if they're sharing information together, well then it's easier to figure it out between two parties, unless she knows more information than they do. Maybe.
Mind all that. What was it about Spiral Hill? Or why did the impertinent bat want you to go there?
Yeah, it's a good story, isn't it? I've even got the notorious Dr. Eggman hooked.
The notorious Dr. Eggman will drop you off a cliff if you don't get on with it. I need to know more about these ancient lenses.
So Eggman is definitely going to be a main player once we get to the end. He's obviously a main player now, but why this matters is because of who this last thing may reveal the assailant to be.
All right, keep your mustache on. We're just about to get to a really good part, involving a couple of friends of ours, Tango and Whisper.
So the big reveal! Oh yes! Okay, so the big reveal is literally that Tangle and Whisper from the IDW comics are going to be in this show. Now, this will be the first time they are getting voiced, but with the introduction of Tangle and Whisper, it changes the meaning of all the information we've gotten so far. So let's go back to episode 1, go all the way to episode 2, and then we'll figure it out based on that ending information right here.
ビュンビュンハリネズミどんなもんだでソニック登場この面白さったらもう目が離せやしないたまんない
So in the first episode we learned that there is a red assailant stealing the astroscopic lens.
Alright, this is what the article says. Anonymous assailant abducts artifact.
Chaos erupted at the City Museum this morning when an unidentified red intruder burst in and stole a priceless relic.
At first they think it's Knuckles and then they go up there, but once they figure out that it's not Knuckles, later it is identified as the astroscopic lens by a person named Victoria.
Astroscopic lens. I beg your pardon.
So, you, know about it?
I know of it. The details are frustratingly scant. It's thought to be a relic of the Second Great Civilization, more commonly known as the Gaia Civilization.
What civilization?
Shh! This lens is one of only a handful of known relics from the Gaians. I've never gotten to research them myself, but what I have seen suggests that this is part of a set of lenses, and that the entire set functions as a power amplifier of some sort.
The next astroscopic lens was stolen by a white assailant who also happens to look like Rouge the Bat. Rouge the Bat looks this lady clean dead in her eyes and then flies away. Based on how Vector tells a story, the next two people that we're actually going to be talking to is Tangle and Whisper. So if the next two are Tangle and Whisper, the assailant is changing every time he steals a new item. Well, not a new item. Every time he steals one of the astroscopic lenses, they might be connected to Tangle and Whisper. That means it might be one of the best characters in Sonic history. A character that I care so little about, but if they get introduced, they can make so many cool new stories. The Mimic! Not from FNAF, it's not a FNAF character. The Mimic is not going to have a lore video coming out from me. I just do not find the Mimic interesting whatsoever, and covering him is kind of boring because he's one of those characters who does betrayal a lot. He's a character who doesn't have friends, he does betrayal, and he betrayed his entire friends during Sonic Forces and just completely murdered all his friends. That shit was crazy, okay? That shit was insane. Now, I find it boring, okay? I want him to be like either a good guy or like some guy who does like anti-hero work, but they aren't going there with him, so he's just kind of boring. Now, based on what we know so far, they aren't actually leaving clues that it's actually the Mimic. This is the only character in the Sonic universe that seemingly shapeshifts on their own, and any new characters they would actually introduce is kinda crazy. So I'm expecting it to be the Mimic from Tangle and Whisper's lore. If Whisper finds out about it, she's gonna be a little bit crazy, but other than that, there's nothing else to discern that it's actually them. So they need to start taking characters off the board. The only character that it could be other than, you know, the Mimic is Metal Sonic. These are definitely different predictions than what I had before, but after realizing, oh, it's a different assailant every time, it has to be the Metal Sonic or the Mimic.
Put your nose up in these britches, we'll see a deep throat, 0.5 inches. Yeah. I stuck my fingers in, you were hiding there.